Hi y'all, my name is TaylorAnne and welcome to my Little Creative Life. In today's video is going to be a part 2 of my Tennessee travel journaling series. This is going to be a more chatty, rambly, hopefully explanatory version, but if you would like a more chill ASMR version, I also uploaded one of those and I will have it linked. Let me know down in the comments which version you prefer, but let's get started. So if you haven't seen or if you would like to re-watch part 1 of this Tennessee travel journaling series where I shared the process of the first half of our trip, I will have that linked. But that's where we left off, and so this is where we are going to pick up today. And we rented a car and headed to a different part of Tennessee. So I'm just saving all of these little like maps, scraps, brochures that came out of like a travel magazine or a travel coupon book, and it was really nice because it has like all of the restaurants and highways and streets and stuff on it. So I tore those out of a brochure and I'm just gonna kind of layer them, glue and tape them in to my journal, and it makes kind of a little mini book inside of our travel journal, our big book. And this is turning into a really big book with all of the layers that I'm adding in, but I can't help it. Okay. I'm gonna cut this apart and use this. I saved every little bit of souvenir scrap that I encountered on this trip. It was a bit excessive to a point, but it gave me a lot of really cool stuff to add into my travel journal, and for me it like triggers those memories of being in those places and doing those things. If you saw part 1, you saw the piles and mountains of stuff that I collected, and I just had it organized by different days and like different excursions, so it was easy to pull from when I was trying to journal, put everything in my journal for this video. I went in and added some like doodly hearts and doodly stars and a little smiley face to bring in a pop of yellow, and you can see all of the little maps that we inserted of all of the places that we went. And on the backhand side of this spread, I'm gonna just tear down a piece of tissue paper very roughly and use a little bit of Mod Podge to use this kind of as a background for our page. Once I get it all smoothed out and sealed with another layer of Mod Podge on top, I'm just gonna let it dry for a bit. Okay, so it dried. I added some just hand-drawn stars that I cut out of some yellow paper, added the Moonshine Pickles label that I peeled off the bottle, and accidentally taped in this little brochure pamphlet upside down, but whatever, it's fine. It still looks kind of cute. And so here is our first page in Pigeon Forge. Mainly the island, but it also has all of the maps of the surrounding areas, and we did a bunch of different things while we were in this area, so it's a cool collage page and I really like how it turned out. The Mod Podge and all the collaging was kind of hard on this page. It's ripping and warping a little bit, so I'm gonna double it up, and I get asked in the comments a lot in my composition book videos if I like reinforce pages or if I double up pages, and I don't really have a straight answer. Like sometimes I do, but probably most of the time I don't. It just kind of depends on the situation, and this is one of the situations where we're gonna double it up. I'm just gonna try and lay it as flat as possible to reinforce that page. And it's a good way to like use up more pages in a journal also. Cute. Okay, now we're ready to decorate the next page. Next is Dollywood, and it was so much fun. So I saved this bag, not one of the souvenirs that I bought inevitably. I bought two Dolly shirts because they were just so cute. One that says "In Dolly We Trust," and the other is just a beautiful portrait of Dolly. So I saved the gift bag, and of course we got tons of snacks and maps and brochures. I saved the wristbands. I saved everything, of course. And I got some really cute photos inside the park, and I was not expecting to have so much fun. I love roller coasters, and there were some really good roller coasters at this park, and it was just so cute and clean. There was good food, and it was Dolly. It was Dollywood. It was so cute. So I definitely had to add this to my journal. I cut apart some like brochures and magazines and layering it with some washi tape. Then I went through my Daphne's Diary ephemera. It's a really pretty magazine, and it has the most gorgeous like stationery. I just glued the butterfly down in the middle so its wings still kind of like flutter. Maybe I should do this one too. I got a bunch of new like fine liner pens, so I was gonna do some like hearts and stars doodles, but I think I might add one more little butterfly cutout here. These butterflies are just the cutest little embellishment from the Daphne's Diary magazine. I have been obsessed with adding them into my journals lately. I just glue them in the middle so that the wings still kind of prop up, and it looks like the butterflies are like fluttering so that the wings still kind of go up. Oh, that's cute. I like the white hearts. Precious. I feel like something can go here. So in that spot, I just have a photo of the bag that we used as the background. I probably didn't need to add a photo, like both of these things in, but hey, c'est la vie, it's whatever, it's my journal, and it was so cute, and it said Dollywood on it, so I had to add it. I used my new fine liners, and I really like how white Signo white gel pen looks on top of craft paper. So I added cute little like white hearts, and then I'm testing out these new fine liners that I got off Amazon, and so far so good. I don't know. On to the next page is another Dollywood page. I'm going to start by laying a little bit of washi down, and I thought I was going to put the map here and use this like parchment wax paper on the other side, but I didn't want to have to trim it down. So I was like, oh, I'll just move the map. I'll just move everything over a little bit. But I ended up ripping it, of course. It's no big deal. It wasn't that bad. So I Hail Married, or I changed plans, I think that's the term, and just moved the parchment paper over to the right hand side to kind of reinforce that page where I had ripped it. And I moved the park map over to the left hand side of the page. I just wanted to make sure everything would fit and I wouldn't have to like trim anything down. And I feel like with junk journaling or SMASHBOOking, it's just like a lot of Tetris and moving things around, collaging things, getting things to fit on your journaling spreads, either based on color, composition, size, you know. I added a little paper clip to keep the park map from just kind of flipping open when you're flipping through the book. And then on the other side of the page, I added our little Dollywood tickets I printed out, and then the cutest photos my partner took of me. Usually I don't like my picture taken, but these ones are cute, with the little butterfly headband, and I love butterflies, so that's probably why I like it. And then I added a little bit of the smiley face washi, and I realized that I was about to use up the entire roll, and I love this washi. Obviously I used it to death, so I put the last little scrap of it in my brand new Hobonichi 5-year. I'm just trying to, you know, keep special memories in there, so I saved a little scrap of it in my Hobonichi 5-year, and I kind of want to go back and add like some of my travels and favorite memories from this past year on the right hand side of the page, so I added that little Dollywood scrap. Okay, next we did a moonshine tasting. Like first thing in the morning. It was rough, but it was really good. And I got a bunch of brochures. This cool sticker. I should tape my things in first. Opens like that. Okay. I'm going to start by taping in these like tip-ins or brochures that I want to see the front and back of. I like to try and tape them in before. I don't always remember, but that way I can like layer things on top of them, and I just feel like it reinforces them. So I layer a few more pieces of ephemera. I tore apart the gift bag, and I'm adding that with some cow print washi tape. I love this cow print anything, and the smiley faces were just so cute, and that's how I was feeling after the moonshine tasting. That's for sure. I was happy as a clam. And we went to brunch after that, so it was a great day. It was just an amazing trip. Nashville Tennessee in general stole my heart. Oh! On the other page, on the other side, I'm using more of that gift bag, and then a little sticker that I purchased at the gift shop. I probably spend more on stickers and pressed pennies than anyone else's souvenirs, you know. They are sneaky sneaky spenders. I saved all of these little labels from the moonshine tasters that we got. And I just thought they were really cool looking because they're all kind of like different colors. The labels are kind of like shiny silver a little bit, and they have the flavors and like the numbers. So I just thought they were really cool, and I fiddled and fuddled and layered them just in that little section on the page. And of course I went through and added some more doodly bits because I feel like that just makes it feel kind of journal-y. I don't know, it probably makes it look more kiddish, but I think it makes it look more like doodly and journaling, and I like it. That's my style. Our next page is going to be Anarchista, I think. I also have these tickets. Might just throw these in to the mountain coaster, but I have so many stickers, and I got this really cool patch. I love it. And this shiny sticker, which is probably gonna go on my luggage. I think a few of these are gonna go on my luggage. Cute, so many pictures. It is the cutest place ever. Okay, I have this little souvenir bag. Cut it apart. Like, you always wonder, what am I supposed to do with all of these bags and souvenirs that you pick up on vacation? Because this is like a cool bag, and it has the logo and a really pretty picture from what we were doing that day. So I love travel journaling because it gives my hoarder heart an excuse to hoard and collect memories. I glue that in, and I'm gonna trim it down, add our wristbands with my little tiny attacher. It's the cutest little staples. I also really like using that pink glue gun. Is from Scotch, and I think it's called an advanced tape glider, and you just buy adhesive refills for it, and I really like the adhesive in it, and it's just really convenient. So that's my adhesive of choice in my journals normally, or just plain old Elmer's glue stick. I also really like stickers. I will, like I said, spend way too much money on stickers, so I added a little Anarchista Gatlinburg sticker down at the bottom with some more little doodles. I like little pops of red and yellow in my thumbnails on YouTube, if you haven't noticed, and in my journals. Okay, I glued in the map. Just kind of cool. It's like a full page, full spread, and I have this little like kind of extra tip out over here. It was a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna decorate the back of it with some more collage. And I have a picture of us in front of the flower that I just backed onto some yellow paper. And I'm gonna use it to cover these random kids that were in the photo in the magazine. Okay, this page was super fast. So was this page. I feel like we can add a picture. I'm first gonna mount this picture on this little scrap of yellow paper. I picked up this like pad of little yellow receipt paper at an estate sale, and I've been just really obsessed with using it as like little scraps in my journal, and these hand-drawn stars were kind of my favorite embellishment, just to kind of paste over everything, tie things together, and add a pop of color. I think I'm gonna add like photos to one of them. I stick this down and then I'm going to rip it up very clumsily to put a yellow border around it, because like I said, I'm just obsessed with this yellow receipt paper. I'm using it as a background layer, so that you don't see like the busy background that was on the back of this brochure, and it makes a really nice frame for all of these photos that we took. We had a group chat with like hundreds and hundreds of everyone's photos from throughout the trip, so I had lots to choose from to add to my journal. And here's where I clumsily ripped this off the page, but it's okay because we're gonna cover it back up anyways. I just really liked having this yellow border around the photos to make them stand out against the background. Okay, I just glued the other half of the Anarchista bag in here just because I won't use it anywhere else. I might as well use it today. Maybe we can add washi tape down here, some Van Gogh washi tape with the trees and the blue skies. That just works perfectly. I have our mountain coaster tickets, and I think I'm going to use this bag that we took some leftovers. No Way Jose's Cantina. I'm just going to glue that up here. I like using glue stick for things that are either like really thin, like plastic bags or snack wrappers, candy wrappers, whatever, or like tissue paper, or if it's like paper, I'll use my big adhesive ATG gun. On this next page, it's just kind of a random scrap of miscellaneous Tennessee stuff that I thought was pretty, but doesn't necessarily have to do really with what we were doing, kind of. I did save this little like pizza box scrap, and I'm gonna layer a Buc-ee's sticker because we are driving back to Nashville from, like I said, we went to, what was it, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, and Pigeon Forge. And then the bachelorette party flew home from there, but my partner and I went back to Nashville for a little bit more fun. So that's this next set of pages. We stayed at a JW Marriott, which was so nice. Marriott for life. I'm just kidding. I work for a Marriott, so it's fun to stay at them sometimes and be on the other side of things. So there was lots of little cool things I collected from the hotel. Of course, my hotel room key card, the little key card pocket, stationery that they leave by the phone, the little soap packages, and then I printed off a bunch of photos from like our really pretty view, and then from the rooftop pool, and added a little coffee koozie on top of a coaster. Brain fart. And then I went on to the next page. I had a little bit of more Marriott stuff and more Nashville stuff. And since we were in Nashville, I had to use the cow print. There's so much cow print in Nashville, and I love it. I'm obsessed with cow print. So you can see here, my partner and I kind of had coordinating, not matching, so you know it's different, but coordinating cow print outfits. And I was just living my best life, listening to country music, drinking, and vibing to the cow print, you know. I loved Nashville, and I love having this journal to be able to look back on those memories and get, you know, those adorable photos off your phone and into like real life where you can enjoy them. So I added some doodle stars and some doodle cutout stars and a little bit of journaling. And on to the next page. I'm falling behind, but we went to the zoo the next day, so I added some photos, our zoo tickets, which were just so beautiful, and some little cutouts from brochures and journaling cards for my stash. I also stapled in our wristbands. It was such a beautiful day. It was like humid, just because I'm from California and it's like dry heat, you know, it's a dry heat and we're not used to humidity. So I was just sweating the whole time we were in Tennessee, but it was so fun. It was so beautiful, and the zoo was really cool because they have little cocktail carts and you can like drink and look at animals, and my partner was part of the show, and so they just loved it. They had a blast and it was amazing. And then we went home the next day, so I'm just doing a very kind of busy, I love like the busy utilitarian, very airplane-y collage. They're not usually like the prettiest pages, but they're like one of my most favorite. I'll save anything with like a barcode, a number. I used the luggage tags as like stickers in the background, and I just layered a bunch of the other little luggage tags that you get at the airport, along with a sticker from one of the bars that we stopped at to get it, you know, an airport beer. I glued in our boarding passes from our first flight and our connecting flight kind of on the back, and I tore down the page so that it was just ticket size and I wouldn't have to decorate a full page, and it's just the tickets kind of tucked in there. On the back, I'm using more of the luggage tags as tickets or as backgrounds, and putting my snacks. You know I love a snack, so I saved the airplane snacks, added some kind of photos, and I thought they were kind of getting lost, so I used one of my new fine liners to make these little borders or frames around them. And I think that's pretty much it for this page. Like, this was our flight home. This was the end of the trip. So I have a little bit more stuff on my desk. I'm just kind of like, do I want to add it? No, it's fine. I'll actually throw something away. It's fine. But then I have this like one more page before I catch up to the pages in the like back of my book. So I just glued it to the back of the page we just finished on. That's so confusing, but it's just to kind of reinforce the page, and that marker did bleed through a little bit, so now you can't even tell. And we have completely finished up every single page in this book, so a flip through is coming soon to my channel. The last page that we're gonna do today, I'm just gonna glue this extra tissue paper in here. I cut down this map. I think I'm just gonna save the rest of these for like map scraps for my Etsy shop or for like layers and journaling. And I'm just gonna use the top of the map. And that's the last page. I have this magazine collage, which I thought kind of went with it, and then it gets into just kind of random stuff here towards the end. So that's kind of perfect amount of stuff for our Nashville trip. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So let's see, what did we do in this video? We did a lot. Oh my god, look at this book. It's so chunky and fat. Oh my gosh, it's so fat. Okay, so here are our completed pages for today's video. Got some pictures and ephemera and just lots of layering and collage. I feel like we did a lot today. I love these little like map scrap brochures in here so you can kind of get like a lay of the land brochure that I just kind of taped in here. Added some of these like hand-drawn cutout stars that I'm just obsessed with. I don't know, for some reason right now. I added them to a lot of pages. Here's the pickle moonshine, and I used the tissue paper in the background. Here's our Dollywood day. This bag in the picture is like this bag, and I added some butterflies, and they look like they're like flying off the page. They're so cute. And then the queen herself. Added some pictures and our wristband from that day. The next page I have our map, and it like completely folds out and you can see everything. So I just kind of have it clipped in this little corner. I also saved one in the little pocket in the back. If it's in a journal, it's not hoarding. So I'm able to fit it in here. That's why it's so fat and chunky. I have our little park tickets that I printed off and added some photos. And this is my blue butterfly sticker on my Etsy. And then I used up the last of my smiley face washi tape during this process video. It was the moonshine tasting that we did. Map that folds out, and here's all the little like moonshine samplers that we got, sticker stuff from the distillery. There's a page from Anakista, our wristbands, and some pictures and stickers, little coupons and stuff. Here's the like map that they give you. It's really cool, so of course I saved it. Added our pictures and collage and more of these hand-drawn, hand-cut-out little stars. More pictures from Anakista. This is out of Daphne's diary, and I thought it would be so cute with the like pictures because they have this big giant white and yellow flower. And so I added some pictures and brochures and more pictures and more pictures and brochures and stars. More stars and ephemera. Here's our tickets from the mountain coaster and pictures of our margaritas, and here's like the logo from the place we got margaritas. More hand-drawn little stars and pictures. And then our Dollywood day 2. So I just did like white gel pen and kind of block letters and added some photos. More of this like Dollywood wax paper or parchment paper that came with some of our food. Here's like more packaging from our food, and more tickets and little souvenir or price tags off of some shirts that I bought. Here's just kind of a random collage page of some Tennessee related stuff. I don't know. And then we went back to Nashville. So I have pictures from our hotel. We stayed at the JW Marriott. So I did like a whole collage because it was so nice. And I really wanted to remember. We had a beautiful view, and then the concierge was awesome, and there was pool and cornhole. It was just so fun. So I saved our hotel key card and then this little tea that was in the room because it says Taylor. So cute, right? It has our little room number, our little hotel key card pocket. And going out in downtown Nashville, Broadway. So I just added some pictures of our outfit, our cow print outfit. So I used my cow print washi tape, added more of these stars. And then we went to the zoo the next day, so I added our zoo tickets and our wristbands and a bunch of photos. I didn't really take that many photos, my partner did, but I did have some, so I added them. And this cute little giraffe I had from a journaling card in my stash, and cut out that little burb, just poking his head out there. And then this was the flight home. So we like got some beers at, you know, the airport, all of our luggage tags. I have our tickets, and then our tickets from our second flight, and then all of our like luggage tags, some photos from the airport because everything was canceled. It's really hard to see in this photo. I don't know why I printed it off, but everything was canceled because there was like a hazmat issue. So we just chilled in San Diego airport. We weren't really able to like go out and explore, but we chilled in San Diego for a while. That's why I added this, and then I just added a little bit more of that, whatever this moonshine tissue paper is, in this blank spot, more cow print washi tape. Then we also had these snacks that we picked up at one of the shops. We went there because they had a penny, and then we ended up getting, of course, some snacks. And in this pocket, I kind of like it because it's got this like clear little pocket here. Super cool, so you can see the Dollywood Express, Dollywood train. I don't think this pocket's gonna stay in. I need better tape. But I just have a bunch of like pamphlets and brochures that I wanted to keep. And it's not hoarding if it ends up in a journal, so we're just gonna stick those right in there. It is perfect, right? It's in a journal. So there's all of our Tennessee travel journal pages. I cannot believe it. That was such a trip. I still want to do some word art right here, but yeah, I think this journal is about done. I could not fit another thing in it if I tried, honestly. It's pretty fat. So one of my next videos is going to be a flip through, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to see that. Thank you so much for hanging in there. This is probably a pretty long video, so thank you so much, and until I see y'all in the next video, stay creative. Okay, bye.